Hey YouTube, it's Lauren. I just wanted to post a follow-up video. It's been a few weeks. Um, just a couple things I wanted to touch on, just for anyone wondering like what's going on, what the next steps are. Um, Today probably wasn't the best day for me to film this because I'm having kind of one of those like down days, just feeling really defeated by infertility right now. Um, I guess like the main things I'm feeling right now are number one, I feel like I don't have anything to look forward to, which is really hard for me because I'm kind of a person that likes to like set goals and look forward to the future and plan things. And right now, I just kind of feel like there's nothing for me to do. It's kind of out of my control. Well, it's 100% out of my control. Um, and that's not great for me because I'm a total control freak. Um, the second thing I wanted to share is that I did have a follow-up with my IVF doctor, a telehealth visit. He apologized and said that he felt bad that things didn't work out. And, he kind of, he didn't say he was shocked, but in so many words, he kind of said, I'm really surprised it didn't work out for you, especially with the two embryos. Of course, it came back to the fact that they were not genetically tested, um, and the fact that, you know, IVF is not a 100% success rate. So that's pretty much what it came back down to, which is what I was expecting to hear from the doctor. There's no guarantees with any of these treatments. Since that appointment, me and my husband both actually have gone completely dairy and gluten-free. That was a recommendation of my new acupuncturist. So that's the other thing that we started doing was, I started doing acupuncture once a week. So I started on June 5th, and I've done it once a week since then. And depending on what part of my cycle I'm in, the acupuncture session goes a little bit differently, depending on that. So, yeah. So, these are just some changes that we felt were necessary. I think it's just to make me feel like I'm in a little bit more control of what's going on and that I don't feel like I have anything to blame myself for. So, the new protocol that my IVF doctor wants to try for our frozen transfer in August is he's going to be putting me on prednisone, which is a steroid. He's going to be putting me on Levinox, which is a blood thinner, and then he's going to be giving me extra progesterone right from the beginning, after transfer, because last time my progesterone was really low, so he wants me on suppositories starting like right from the get-go of when I start progesterone and oil injections. I'm not sure, I don't have my calendar yet, so I'm not sure of when I'll be doing prednisone or Levinox in my cycle, but I'm assuming prednisone will be sometime before the transfer, and same with Levinox, or maybe the day of transfer for Levinox to start that. I will have to go on birth control again once I start a new period, which should be in a few weeks. I'm not super excited about that because I really hate birth control and I hate the way it makes me feel. But yeah, so new protocol. The reasoning that he had for putting me on prednisone and Levinox is that he wants to make sure that I don't have some kind of inflammation going on in my body or any like blood clotting issues that are causing implantation failure. We did discuss doing an ERA. He said he doesn't feel that it's necessary at this time, but that if I did fail my second transfer, that he would recommend me doing an ERA biopsy. He really wants me to put in 2 more embryos. I only have 4 left, so I'm pretty scared of doing 2 again, just because I did two of my best ones, and it didn't work the first time. So I think I'm going to go with my gut on this one and only do one embryo for the next transfer. And then if it works, great. If it doesn't, then I still have 3 embryos left, and I don't have only 2, which I don't know why, but having only 2 left feels a lot worse than only having 3 left. I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know. It's just really scary because I really don't want to, well, number one, I don't want to pay for another egg retrieval, and number 2, I don't want to go through that entire process again because it was really hard on my body. And also very hard for my mental state. So that's about it for the protocol and the new IVF cycle. The new diet, the dairy and gluten-free, we've been doing since June 5th, both me and my husband, and I'm doing it particularly for inflammation. My acupuncturist believes that I have some kind of inflammation going on in my body. She really wanted me to get tested for the MTHFR gene mutation because she said I have a lot of red flags that would indicate that I may have that gene mutation. But she just recommended in the meantime, if my doctor isn't going to test me for that, that she wanted me to switch my prenatal vitamin to one that contains L-methylfolate instead of folic acid, because when you have the MTHFR gene mutation, your body does not absorb folic acid in that form. It has to be in a more broken down form. And that's what the L-methylfolate is. So I've been on that new prenatal for a week now. I really like it. It's by the brand Ritual. So I'm on like a subscription thing. It saves you money. I think it's $35 a month for the month supply, which is expensive, but it's not the most expensive I've seen. The one thing I like about the Ritual prenatal is that it does have DHA in it, and it's meant to be really easy on the stomach and easy to digest, and I really like that. It even says on there that you can take it without food. I haven't tried that yet because I haven't wanted to feel like absolute crap, but I've been taking it with just like a really small meal or something, and I've been feeling perfectly fine. It does require you to take 2 of it. When you take it, there's 2 capsules because that's the dose is 2 pills. They're not very large though, so I find them really easy to take. So with this dairy-free, gluten-free diet, we've been having a lot of like lean meats, rice, quinoa, veggies, a lot of steamed veggies, fresh veggies, salads, fresh fruit, smoothies. I've been making a lot of protein shakes. In the morning I bought a vegan protein supplement. And overall, I think it's a good change regardless. I think there's a lot of things in our food in the United States that is a lot different than other countries, and I think that there's a lot of things that we can cut out that will hopefully help with our infertility, if not our natural trying to conceive, at least maybe it will help with IVF. Then what was the last thing I was going to talk about? Third. I guess I'm just feeling a little bit like more on edge about everything right now. My grandmother passed away Friday the 12th, and it was pretty sudden. She kind of like went into hospice. They gave her 3 to 5 days to live, and then she lived for not even 24 hours. So it was like boom, boom, boom. It was a lot to take in all at once, and it was just really kind of a stressful situation. She ended up being taken to my mom's for hospice care at home, and she ended up dying there at my mother's house, surrounded by family, and that's probably the way she would have wanted it. So it was just a lot to have that happen right after, like literally a week after my failed transfer. It was just like, come on, universe. Like, I don't know. it just felt like a lot to deal with. So I think I'm feeling a little numb in a way. And then also every time that me and my husband try to conceive naturally, like actually on our own, because I do ovulate and have normal cycles because we have unexplained infertility. So there's always that chance that it could happen. And today is my ovulation day according to like OPK strips and things like that. And I think during this point of my cycle, I always get a little bit melancholy. Just wishing I had more control over the situation and wondering, is my body doing what it's supposed to do, and just kind of feeling like my body's kind of betraying me. And I just get in these moods and I just get really discouraged and really, I just get into a bad place in my mind. So that's difficult for me to deal with sometimes. But I guess I'm just afraid of the unknown. I'm afraid of going through with another transfer and having it fail. I'm afraid of all the emotions I'm going to have to experience during that. It's just a really rough time right now. I just feel like I'm in limbo. I hate feeling like I'm in limbo. I felt like I was in a limbo when I had my ectopic pregnancy. And for those 3 months after that, where I was not allowed to try to conceive, it just felt like my whole life was put on hold. And that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. It's like we did all this. It was like gung-ho for 3 months, like preparing for IVF, starting the meds, getting surgery, doing the medications, finishing the meds, getting the transfer, or, getting the egg retrieval, getting the transfer done, and then the waiting period for the beta, and then it's like all in one day. It's just like everything comes to a dead stop. And you're left feeling like your hormones and your emotions were on this uphill roller coaster, and then it's like boom, just like straight down. And it's just a lot. And then to have my grandmother die the next week, and just, yeah. So, but anyway, so those are some of the changes that we are making. Doing the new prenatal vitamin with the L-methylfolate to try and help my body as much as I can with that. Switching my diet to a more healthier version, diet, dairy-free, gluten-free, both me and my husband, and getting more exercise as well. I started acupuncture, doing that once a week. I'm going to continue that all the way through until my next transfer, if I can afford it. It's like $100 a week, so kind of pricey, but she does a little bit of different stuff each time depending on what point of my cycle I'm in, and she's really attentive and listens very well, so I like that about her. I'm in the process of trying to find a fertility therapist, like a psychologist or something that I can start to meet with, maybe on a weekly basis or something, to help me get through this process, because I have a feeling it's just going to be a long process and it may be a stressful process, and I just want to have some good tools and some good feedback that I can take from people. So yeah, I'm trying to find one that is covered by my insurance, because Lord knows I don't need to spend any more out-of-pocket money when I pay a lot for my insurance already. So yeah, I'm trying to find one that I think will understand my point of view, where I'm coming from, and will be as helpful as can be during this time. So that's where I'm at. It's been a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a little stressful, a lot stressful. I've just been trying to focus on what I can control, and the things that I can control, I feel I'm doing, which is changing my diet, seeking mental health, help, taking the correct vitamins and supplements, and getting the exercise and doing the acupuncture, and trying to remain as calm and stress-free as possible. And that's all I can do. Trying to stay healthy. So I feel like I'm doing what I can do. to help myself. And I think that gives me a little bit more control and makes me feel less like I'm spiraling out of control, and it just helps me, I guess. So, but anyway, that is my update for you guys. I don't have my calendar yet for my next cycle. I'm not even thinking about it really right now. I'm just kind of enjoying this month and a half-ish of being off of medication, and just enjoying the nice weather, taking advantage of the fact that I'm still not back to work, but I still am receiving unemployment, so I am getting paid, and just hoping that everything will work out and praying that it does. So if you have any questions or recommendations on anything else that you think would be good for me during this time to try, go ahead and leave a comment down below. This is what happens when you have 2 huskies. You have hair literally everywhere. And I just vacuumed like 2 days ago. So yeah. But anyway, I'm probably not going to post another update for a bit. Maybe once I start preparing for my frozen transfer in August, I'll post an update if I feel like there's anything to share. But hope everyone's staying healthy and well. Remember, COVID is not over. Continue wearing your masks. Continue staying healthy, and don't be stupid. Don't go out in big groups of people if you can help it. It was a lot to even be at this funeral the past week with all my family. It was a little stressful, and I'm still hoping like I'm not sick from that, because there was a lot of people that had come in from out of state to like be at the funeral and stuff, and I tried to keep my distance, but when family's around, it's like everyone's hugging and touching, and you know how it is. So everyone just stay healthy and well, and remember to be smart. And I will catch you guys later.